Welcome back. We're about a week away from Valentine's Day. We're already seeing all those images that we get bombarded with on social media. But what if you're single, newly divorced, or if you've experienced some trauma in your life? This could be a very difficult time for many. Joining me now is Mary Firestone. She's an author, a trauma expert, and she also has a background in clinical psychology. So she's got some ways to help us if we're struggling and ways to reconnect with ourselves. Thanks so much for joining us again. We appreciate having you.
Thank you for having me back.
The first thing you were going to focus on is language and how you talk to yourself. Tell us about that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, most of us are, a little bit disconnected from ourselves. So it's really challenging to have a healthy, fulfilling relationship with anyone else if we don't have that with ourselves first. So our words and our thoughts create our reality. And actually the Latin root word of spelling, the word spelling is to cast a spell. So to begin to notice like your language, how do you speak to yourself? What's your internal dialogue? Are you kind to yourself? Most of us are often much harsher with ourselves than we would be with anyone else. So just begin to notice and don't beat yourself up if it's not super kind, but just start to make shifts to be kinder and more loving to yourself.
Maybe have a mantra or something where if you notice the thought and then you say, I'm good enough, or something to sort of reroute yourself.
And even if you speak in the third person, there have been studies done that have shown that that bypasses a certain part of the brain. So instead of like, I've got this, like, Mary, you've got this, or Mary, you rock. So, yeah.
Okay, amazing. All right, you also wanted to tell us about meditation.
Yes.
That is so important.
It's so important, and I know it can feel really overwhelming. I remember when I learned 20 years ago, I'm a type A, how am I going to sit still? How is it going to work? But honestly, it is such a game changer just to tune in, tune out. I've recorded a 4-minute meditation on my website that's free, and that's a great place to start. Just 4 minutes. We can all find 4 minutes every day just to tune in.
And just sort of take notice and stock of where you are and your feelings and your body.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also, this is so important. We're all so busy and in a rush to be around so many people, and we view that as important, but we don't take notice of how we feel around certain people, and that's so important.
Exactly. So notice when you're with someone or a group of people, how do you feel? Do you feel contracted and drained after spending time with someone? Or do you feel a sense of expansion and revitalization and joy? So begin to notice and perhaps plan accordingly.
Yes. And with Valentine's Day coming up, what are some ways that people can cope with the day if it's a difficult one for them? You have some tools.
This is for Valentine's Day and really any day. It's again that reconnection to yourself and that self-love. So do something every day that brings you joy. Every day. And that can be, just simple things like taking a walk, take a bath, buy yourself flowers, put on your favorite song and dance. So,
thank you so much. Now, Mary, you mentioned that 4-minute meditation that is on your website. It's maryfirestone.co. C-O, that's the important part. So that's all available, and people want to reach out to you or learn more. It's all on your website.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So helpful. We really appreciate it.
Thank
All
you.
right.